Hello everyone, and welcome to today's episode on the Fashion Fables podcast. It is currently the first day of the 365-day chapter of the new year. Happy 2022. I think that I'm feeling super grateful for a new year. I just left church and it just feels awesome to just feel so grateful for everything that I have and take all the lessons I've learned in 2021 with me now. It's just a beautiful feeling to be strong, feel empowered and confident to take on any obstacles that come my way, your way, and just have a fresh start, leave whatever, maybe didn't make you feel your best, leave that in the past year. Don't bring that with you. Only bring the things that you really enjoyed, the memories that, made you feel really happy, the people that inspired you and the people that you want to keep in your life, Keep on doing the things that make you happy and make this new year one where you can keep learning, growing, and striving to become the best version of yourself, because that's really what it's all about. Everyone's out here in life just to do their best and to find themselves. So don't be too hard on yourself. I would suggest maybe reflecting on your year. Look back at some pictures. Remember the times that made you really happy. And also remember the times that were maybe challenging for you, because that's obviously something that's part of life. Nothing is ever 100% easy. There's always little obstacles that come your way. Even when you plan to have the most perfect day, you have a set plan about things you want to do, things you want to accomplish, something can always come and just maybe knock it off the tracks a little bit. But you just got to get back on track and just remember that you're doing your best. And so remember those challenging times. Remember what you did about them. Don't remember what it was that made you feel down, but remember, how did you overcome those things? What strategies did you use that personally helped you to kind of overcome that and take it as a lesson rather than something to bring you down? So going into this episode, today I'm just going to talk about the lessons I learned in 2021 and just kind of my outlook on 2022, some goals I have. I just have a little list in my voice memos of things that I just want to maybe become better at or incorporate more into my life. So I'm just going to talk about that, and hopefully you guys can relate and have a great start to your year. So I would say 2021 was a little challenging for me because I was living in an apartment by myself. Well, I had some roommates, but I'm just saying away from my parents and what I felt comfortable doing, the comfort of my own home, the comfort of having things done for me like my laundry, food I always know is prepared for me at home, and it's just a bunch of stuff where I have to take more responsibility for it, like my laundry, making sure my room's clean, just a bunch of different stuff on top of schoolwork, yada yada, which I'm sure many of my listeners can relate to if you're in school, college, getting your master's or whatever. So that was a little challenging for me. It was just a lot. Sometimes I would feel homesick and kind of just unsure about my career path, what I truly want to do. And I think that was I was just really hard on myself about it. I'm the type of person that likes to have everything figured out. I like to have a plan for everything. I like to know what I'm doing, when I'm going to do it, kind of like a set timeline. But I realize that that's pretty unrealistic because, like I've been saying, challenges come, things don't always go as planned. And so kind of having that mindset is good in a way because I always want to be on top of everything and have almost a way to know what I'm going to do, but that just doesn't work out most of the time. So that was a bit of a struggle, but I've definitely learned that I'm just going to take life a day by day. I'm just going to do what I have to do every day. And I know that what I'm doing is going to get me to eventually where I need to be, whatever that means, because I can't have it all figured out. So I kind of just have to trust my plan and kind of trust what is meant for me. Even if I don't think something's meant for me, I never know down the road. And I always am trying now, I've learned this past year, to be open to opportunities that can actually open new doors and open new opportunities for me to grow as a person and maybe just develop in ways I never thought was possible. Because each year, I always think I reach my fullest potential, right? My fullest ability to become mature. I say, oh my God, I learned so much this year. I'm pretty much done learning. I feel like I have a set group that I can trust, whatever. But then things always happen and I always continue learning. And that's why people always say that you'll never stop learning and you can learn something new each day, even if you don't even realize it. And not only from social media or technology, but just by being around people, being exposed to different ethnicities, cultures, and just being around people, seeing different people's body languages, and you actually learn more about yourself when you're out in the world and you're experiencing new things, you're having these challenges, because it forces you to take a step back and actually realize what you value and what's important rather than what other people are telling you is important. And one of the biggest other things I learned from 2021 is that it is my life, and so I am not here to please others, and I'm making the decisions that I think are best for me. I have a very good intuition, and so sometimes I just get down on myself when I make this decision because other people are doing it, and I think I just have to go with the flow with that because it's just what the common person's doing, or I have this fear of missing out, FOMO. But in reality, when I actually decide on things, make the decisions that my heart is telling me to do, it ends up working out so much better because it's what I actually want to do. And it's not to be selfish, but everyone's an individual and everyone has different ideas of what they want their life to look like. And so just because you have a friend that's doing something, a family member, and you're like, well, we're super close, so we must probably say this, have the same answer, like, no, that's not the case, and that stigma should kind of be broken because you're your own person. So just because your friend is doing something, you might have a total different idea, and they should support you if it's your true friend. So never get down on yourself for making a decision that the majority is not maybe agreeing with and whatever, because you know yourself best. So that's something I've really learned this past year. And then finally, I think just being so much more confident in myself, who I am, in my brand with my podcast, just with myself as a person. Like, if you know you're a good person, you don't need this validation from anybody. Like, and that's not to say social media should be used as validation, because social media should be a thing where you're posting things because you truly just love the pictures and you just want your feed to look a certain way. And it's because you love it. Like, it shouldn't be because you need this outside validation to make yourself feel better, because someone can give you a compliment so many times and you could, like, it could give you, like, momentarily, like, happiness and, like, in the moment, but then, like, it's not going to give you lasting happiness, because at the end of the day, you're still going to sit with yourself and just have all these negative thoughts streaming through your mind. So the compliment isn't going to really matter. Like, you have to learn how to be good with yourself within without needing external validation. Like, people are going to compliment you because that's just life. And, you know, it's nice to be complimented once in a while, but you should deep down know your worth enough to not even need that. Just to know, like, yes, I'm a good person. I do good things for the world. Like, I'm making my mark and I'm an individual, and that should be enough for you to thrive and become the person you want to be. And even just talking right now, I just feel, like, mature in my words. You guys can, like, let me know if I don't or sound stupid. But I think that I'm just, like, trying to share this with all of you because I know that you have it in you, and it's just a matter of believing in yourself to bring that confidence out, to bring whatever passions you have, bring it to life, to not let what other people say get in your way. That's super important. You'll become the happiest version of you if you're just yourself, if you just do what you want to do. Obviously, there's certain things we have to do, but you can make your decisions for yourself without needing anyone else's approval. So now I just wanted to talk about some of the goals I have for 2022. And me and my friend in college, like, we always like to make these lists because it's just a great way to remember the goals we want to have. And they don't have to be super big, but then when you do accomplish them, it's just like a really good feeling. And so I want to share it with you because maybe that you guys have something similar, or I just want to share it. So the first thing I have is less mindless scrolling. I just want to, like, not spend so much time wasting, like, precious time scrolling through social media and kind of just falling into that rabbit hole when really it's not becoming productive anymore. Like, yes, I use social media a lot to post and keep my followers updated for my podcast, and then I have a personal account and whatnot, but it should only be used to kind of get inspiration, to keep in touch with friends, but not to keep not to keep scrolling to the point where you're comparing yourself to other people, because there's no need to compare yourself to people on the internet who have totally different lives and whatever. So that's the first thing I want to do, just less mindless scrolling, just more positivity on social media and on my phone. I would really like to decrease my screen time. Less self-doubt, just continue believing in myself, I think is really important. Believing in myself, I feel, is one of the most important aspects of life. And then even when times get rough, just having more self-confidence, not getting down on myself. I always want to look this perfect way. I have this ideal image in my head, and then I'll get upset if I look back on a picture or whatever, if I don't think something looks off or something. But then I look back and I'm like, why was I even upset? I look fine, I look good, whatever. So I think I'm just super hard on myself for absolutely no reason about my appearance and stuff, when other people don't see what I see. When I say my eye looks weird or something, just something so stupid, someone's like, what are you talking about? There's nothing wrong. So I kind of just need to be easier on myself and realize that no one's perfect. I kind of touched on this, but no more comparison to internet people or in real life. Just being myself, not comparing myself to anyone else. If something doesn't make me happy, don't do it. I'm too old to care about things that don't matter, I put down. I want to become more religious. I'm religious, I'm Catholic, but I want to go to church more is what I'm trying to say. I actually just came from church. So more church, more spending time with God, more time learning about my faith. I'm really passionate about running. It's just a really good way for me to exercise and get my mindset in a good mood to kind of have a productive day. And it's really good exercise. So I want to keep up with my running. I've been doing it since I've been home from break. And I did it last summer. I want to grow on my podcast, keep getting guests. You guys don't realize how much my podcast impacts me. I love posting. I love my aesthetic. I love hearing from you guys and all the support. It means the world to me. I want to continue inspiring others and surrounding myself with genuinity, because I love to inspire people, whether it's with my fashion, my outfits, with what I'm saying. If it's just a little piece of advice, I truly love making a difference in the lives of someone else. So I want to continue with that. And with that comes growing in myself too, to be able to share things with you guys. But first I have to be content with myself. So this is a big one for me, because I don't think I'm the best with money. So I want to stop spending money so much on just buying coffees. I love it. One of my favorite things ever is just going to cafes and getting drinks, trying new drinks, shopping. But I really want to just save money more, because when there comes a time when I'm looking to buy a house or whatever down the road in the future, I want to be able to have some stability rather than just relying on maybe my savings account or my parents. So $5 a day on coffee adds up, and that can save $100 a month or whatever. So I always want to enjoy my coffee and whatever, because it's just something I like to do, but maybe just lessen it to 2 times a week or something, because it can get excessive, and then I start feeling bad about myself for it. So yeah, just saving money more. Being less sensitive. Sometimes I feel I'm sensitive for no reason, or I'm too hard on myself. So not letting the little things affect me and just keep persisting in what I want. And I want to drink more water, because water is just so good for you. It's so good for my skin. It's so good for my overall well-being. It helps with bloating. It helps with going to the bathroom, whatever. And I just really love water. So I want to continue drinking water, because sometimes I just don't get thirsty. So I want to just drink more water and be a healthy and happier version of myself, because I got it. You guys all got it. I know this is going to be an amazing year. I feel it for you, for me. So let's just take it a day at a time, do what we love to do. And it's a new year full of new opportunities. Don't settle, and dream big, because nothing you dream is too little. You can do anything you put your mind to. So I hope you guys loved this episode. I think it was really fun. And the first day of 2022, we have so much more time left to be who we want to be. Don't ever think it's too late. Let's run it, baby. And I love you all. Happy New Year. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.